Let's get you a sense of what the coronavirus numbers look like as of 6:30 a.m. this morning. Latest figures coming in. Total number of cases across the country stands at 1,25,101 with 51,784 who have already recovered from coronavirus, with 3,720 deaths clocked in worst impacted states. Maharashtra, as you all know, has always remained the worst impacted, still topping the charts. 49,910 cases in Maharashtra. 13,404 recovered, 1,577 deaths. Tamil Nadu, second worst state due to coronavirus outbreak. 14,753 is the total count. 7,128 have recovered and 98 deaths have been recorded in Tamil Nadu. The third worst impacted state happens to be Gujarat, with a total number of 13,268 cases, 5,880 recovered and 802 deaths. Now let's also get you a sense of our top story this morning. With the domestic airline operations set to resume from tomorrow, the centre and the state governments are at odds once again over the lockdown rules. The state of Maharashtra became the first state to not allow flight operations. Maharashtra government has conveyed to the centre their inability to resume flights, saying that cities like Mumbai and Pune are in the red zone, and in these cities restrictions on movement of persons and transport both are in existence. In its response to the centre, Maharashtra government also added that Mumbai International Airport is yet to work out staff requirements, and airport will find it challenging to commute within the city due to curbs in place. Tamil Nadu has so far stayed mum on the easing of curbs for domestic travel. Reports suggest that Tamil Nadu does not want to change status quo till 31st of May. Breaking news just coming in. Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh has now openly come out in opposition of the flight resumption. In a series of tweets put out, Anil Deshmukh said it is extremely ill-advised to reopen airports in the red zone. He has said that adding positive passenger will add COVID stress to red zone. Deshmukh said that getting passengers to come from green zone to red one, puts them into the risk of exposure and does not really make sense. So he's opposing right there. Let's see how the centre reacts to this development that is coming in. Here we've got Kamlesh Siddharth who's joining us for the latest. Kamlesh, if you could just cite out and elucidate on the apprehensions that the Maharashtra Home Minister has as far as resumption of flight travels is concerned, given the fact that Maharashtra has got the highest number of cases in the entire country of coronavirus.
Well, indeed, Shetty, and it's Home Minister Anil Deshmukh who says that it's not just about opening up airports, but the subsidiary services that would be added would only add on to the pressure and would put people in the red zone at risk. So what he says in his tweet and what he has said that it will be not right to from green zone to the red zone and putting them at risk. Also, secondly, services like autos and taxis would be deployed at the airport, and this would certainly not be feasible. Also, mere thermal checkups at the airport is not sufficient. That is what he says, and swabs would also have to be taken at the airport, and this certainly is not advisable. So clearly, he's red flagged the entire move to open up airports, especially given the fact that Mumbai has maximum number of cases, and also Maharashtra leading the number of COVID-19 cases in India.
All right, leave it at that. Kamlesh Siddharth getting us all the very latest details. We'll continue tracking this in much detail and bring you updates as we go along the way. And while the centre says there is no need to quarantine passengers of domestic flights, several states have decided otherwise. Karnataka, Kerala, Assam, West Bengal, Punjab and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir have mandated 14-day quarantine for all the incoming passengers. However, details of quarantine norms varies from state to state. Kerala will not be isolating flyers coming in for a day or two for business purposes. Karnataka has mandated institutional quarantine for flyers from worst hit states. Others will have to stay in home quarantine. Passengers to Jammu and Kashmir will have to undergo a compulsory COVID-19 test and administrative quarantine till the time their report is out. Bengal has made 14-day home quarantine mandatory for the incoming passengers. Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh announced 14-day home quarantine for anyone coming into the state, whether via flights, trains or buses.
हम ये भी clarify कर रहे हैं कि अगर किसी के पास आरोग्य सेतु ऐप है and it's like a passport, you're green, why should anybody want any quarantine?
The centre and states are at odds once again over lockdown rules. Even as flights are set to restart from Monday, there is confusion and chaos surrounding what happens to passengers when they land at the destination. The centre says there is no need for quarantine, but many states have decided otherwise. Karnataka, Kerala, Assam and the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir have announced 14-day mandatory quarantine for all incoming air passengers. Maharashtra is wary of restarting any flights at all.
We should have to isolate them. I discussed with my health secretary today this thing, that I think they are saying that for the domestic flight passengers, no need of isolation. But the things are not like that.
There is no uniformity in states' approach either. Kerala, for instance, won't isolate those coming for a day or two for business purposes. But Karnataka has mandated institutional quarantine for passengers from worst-hit states like Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Delhi, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. Others will be required to be in home quarantine for 14 days. Passengers going to Bengaluru for short stay are required to submit COVID-19 negative report approved by ICMR lab.
Who are travelling from air, by air, we have decided yesterday till 31st of this month we want to make them institutional quarantine.
All passengers to Jammu and Kashmir will also be tested for COVID-19. They shall be allowed to continue their journey if they are negative or be moved to a hospital if the result is positive. Bureau Report, India Today.
Low-cost carrier Go Air has shed light on why it is not taking bookings immediately from Monday. The airline has said that it is awaiting clarity on the readiness of the respective states and the airports and the conditions applicable to the passengers as well entering the respective states. Go Air stated that it does not wish to cause inconvenience to passengers by selling tickets without clarity on these issues. The low-cost airline will resume flights from 1st of June and has been taking bookings for flights from that date onwards. Remember, Maharashtra has indicated its inability to resume flight operations. Tamil Nadu also does not want to change the status quo till 31st of May. And after a gap of 2 months, airports across India are all set to resume operations from tomorrow. Along with contactless boarding, Hyderabad and Delhi airports are also introducing contactless food service for the passengers. All the incoming passengers are going to be disinfected at the sanitation funnel. From social distancing to thermal scanners, all the provisions have been put in place. As per the guidelines issued by the Civil Aviation Ministry, passengers are advised to not plan journey in case the body temperature is high or they are symptomatic of COVID-19. The Aarogya Setu App is a must for travelers. Passengers have to maintain social distancing norms. Passengers will be doing a web check-in and carry a print of the boarding card from home.
Fly safe, download and activate the Aarogya Setu app now. That's one of the first instructions that greets you as you reach Delhi International Airport to board your flight. Delhi Airport is, of course, prepping itself for domestic civil aviation operations to commence on May 25th. There was a lot of confusion whether you need to download the app or will a self-declaration form work. It appears, though, that you need to download the Aarogya Setu app. You need to appear in the green on the app in order to be able to board your flight. Now, this is a kiosk where you need to web check in. You check in yourself, you print out your boarding pass, and that is when you move inwards. Of course, you will also have to print out your baggage tag as well and then affix it to your baggage. So we've got our identity checked over here. We showed our documents from behind the glass shield. The CISF personnel checked that, and now we're entering the terminal building. Now, as we cross into the entrance area, the check-in area of the airport itself, where, of course, most domestic passengers will be headed to before they proceed towards their flight, we cross this area, which is like a carpet which has been soaked in liquid bleach. So that basically disinfects your shoes as you walk along on this carpet. Then, of course, there is the process of thermal screening, again, which you'll have to undergo. Then there is the dispenser over here for hand sanitizer, again, which you'll have to use before you enter the check-in area of the airport where we are right now. So these are some of the processes that you have to keep undergoing as you enter the airport. We're inside the terminal building right now, and these are a set of kiosks, again, as usual, which otherwise were printing and helping you print your boarding passes immediately so that you could proceed straight for your security check after baggage drop. But now, of course, that is going to be the new normal. You will be printing out your own boarding pass. What is going to be interesting is that you will also be printing out baggage tags. You will be keying in the details of your check-in baggage. You're allowed only one check-in baggage and one hand baggage, so you will key in those details over there and print out a baggage tag, which you will then have to affix on your baggage before, of course, you take it straight to the check-in counters. The check-in counters usually where, of course, you got your boarding pass from, now they have turned into baggage drop counters. We're standing at the check-in area right now, and as you can see behind me, my camera person will be able to show you the disinfection process and the sanitization process of the entire check-in area is happening right now. You can see that the glasses are being cleaned and the disinfectant is also being spread in order to ensure that this area is as clean as possible. You can see this glass which has also been put up. So there is very little direct interface between the airline staff that will be sitting on the other side at the check-in counter to check your boarding pass, which you would have printed yourself, and of course check your identity before they let you proceed. We're standing now at the security check area of the terminal building right now, and as you can see behind me, preparations have been made over here as well in order to ensure that all of the guidelines and the SOPs with the Ministry of Civil Aviation are followed. The pat down is not going to be compulsory. The frisking is not going to be compulsory. 1 in 5 persons will have to probably go through pat down, and then of course metal objects. If you have any metal objects on you, you will have to put them out on the tray first thing so that they go through the scanner itself, the baggage scanner itself. You are of course allowed to carry only one piece of hand luggage at the moment. The SOPs and the guidelines say one piece of check-in baggage and one piece of hand luggage, and then of course you proceed towards the F&B area, which of course the Delhi airport will be opening up for all passengers as they come in, domestic passengers as they come in on May 25th. What they're of course going to do is maintain social distance at those F&B counters. You are also going to be able to order your food beforehand on apps so that you don't have to crowd up at the counter. So there are going to be two apps, Hoi app and Food Genie app, where you can pre-order your food and just go to the counter when your turn comes, collect the food, and then sit at the seating arrangement which has been made by Delhi Airport, keeping in mind social distancing. When you of course go ahead to the boarding gate, now then of course again there won't be any sort of physical stamping of your boarding pass. What will happen of course though is that you will have to show your boarding pass. It will be scanned immediately, and on a monitor your pass and its details will appear, which the personnel, the airline personnel standing over there will okay, and then of course you will proceed towards your flight. There will be a CCTV camera, which is of course the norm as well. There will be a CCTV camera above at the boarding gate which will be capturing your image, the identity of the passenger, and of course the boarding pass itself, and storing those details for at least 30 days while of course you proceed towards departure. So these are some of the measures which have been taken in order to ensure that you of course maintain as much as distance from the staff and personnel over here at the airport, and of course through the various processes that you go through, you maintain that similar amount of distance from your co-passengers as well.
Hyderabad International Airport is all set to start flight operation from Monday, and massive arrangement has been made here at airport. You can see social distance marking at the airport. Across the airport, these kind of markings mentioning social distancing has been put and made by the GMR International Airport, which manages this international airport of Hyderabad. Here you can see these kind of kiosks. Now it has been put, and now any passenger who will come, they can go for a completely contactless without having any kind of human interaction. They can use these machines, they can choose their airliner, they can collect the boarding passes, they can even scan barcodes of their boarding pass. And clearly these markings gonna be the new normal at the airport. Maintain social distancing, that's the message. New mechanism has been put here, scanner, and without even the security personnel, without coming close to any person, any passenger in fact, they'll be using these scanners. These scanners has a camera plus a scanning facility, giving the output, giving all the information to security personnel. CISF men who are deployed at the airport, you can see how they'll scan the identity card, entry passes, boarding passes, and identify the passenger or the employee. Health, safety and protocol all are being maintained at Hyderabad International Airport. With camera person Damodar, Ashish in Hyderabad for India Today.
Union Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has dropped a big hint on resumption of international flights. Days before domestic flights are all set to resume, Hardeep Singh Puri has gone ahead and said that if government makes arrangements, why not restart the international flights by mid-June or July? Puri also said that if coronavirus behaves in a predictable manner, people are going to get used to the idea of being able to coexist with the virus.
Look, the question says, can we do it if situation normalizes from the Indian end by say August, September? You know, I'm an optimist. Why wait till August, September? If the situation eases or improves, by that I mean if the virus behaves in a predictable manner, we get used to the idea of being able to coexist with the virus, and we are in a position to make arrangements. So far, Vande Bharat has moved very well. I'm confident that domestic flights, when they start on Monday, they will also proceed well. But so my answer to that question is, why August, September? Let us at least in this interaction say that we must have a more ambitious goal. Why not start by June middle or end June or July? हमारी तो कोशिश यही रहेगी कि उससे बहुत ही पहले हम अगर पूरी इंटरनेशनल सिविल एविएशन नहीं तो कम से कम a good percentage we can start.
And Maharashtra continues to remain the worst impacted state by coronavirus. Maharashtra in the past 24 hours itself has reported 2,608 new COVID-19 cases and 60 deaths. The total number of cases in Maharashtra has now crossed the 47,000 mark. Total of 13,404 have been cured in the state, with 821 people discharged in the past 24 hours. Financial capital Mumbai, that has become the epicenter of rising COVID cases, with more than 28,000 cases, recorded 1,566 new cases and 40 deaths in the past 24 hours itself. Maharashtra is accounting for nearly 35% of COVID cases in the entire country. On to news coming in from Tamil Nadu now. Relaxation of lockdown norms further. Tamil Nadu government has allowed parlours and salons to open across the state, barring the capital Chennai. Salons will be allowed to remain open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. but use of AC is going to be prohibited. Wearing of masks, maintaining social distancing is going to be mandatory. Those working in the salons must wash their hands frequently and ensure disinfection of the place at least 5 times in a day. Salons in the containment zones will continue to remain closed.
Well, who doesn't like a little bit of pampering and self-love when we visit a beauty parlor? Well, the Tamil Nadu government has now given a relaxation stating that from May 24th onwards, beauty parlors and salons will be open. Well, there will be restrictions. All beauty parlors and salons should ensure their social distancing, face mask must be used, and they should also ensure that at least a minimum of 5 times sanitization work is done in the beauty parlor and salon. And they've also stated that the salons or parlors can be open only between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. And this is going to be done in every district in Tamil Nadu except for Chennai and in containment areas. This is taking into account the number of cases that are rising in the city of Chennai. Already there are 9,364 COVID-19 cases which have been reported here, and also we have seen that there have been multiple clusters which are formed because of salons or beauty parlors in the city of Chennai. So the state government is taking this as a precautionary measure, a containment strategy, and they're saying that once things become a little more normal in the city of Chennai, well, at that point of time they will think about reopening salons and beauty parlors. But people in the other districts in the state of Tamil Nadu, this is your time to go and have that self-love and self-pampering and that small haircut that you've been asking for since the lockdown started. With camera person Daniel from Chennai, this is Akshay Nath for India Today.
While many migrant workers are still on the arduous journey home, India Today's Ashutosh Mishra went with some of these migrants to their last leg of their journey home. He's getting us the report from Bihar's Kaya. Here's a look.
It's the last lap of the Great Walk. We are in the remote villages of Bihar, where thousands of migrant workers have reached or are reaching after days of grueling cross-country journey, braving the heat wave. Jitendra Yadav and his friends still have a few kilometers to walk. Kormatu, the village he's headed to, is nearby.
कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
गुजरात सूरत के।
आप कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
सूरत से।
ऐसे ही सामान लेके? अच्छा। ट्रक ने कहाँ छोड़ा?
कोच।
कितना पैसा लिया था?
3,000।
3,000 दिया?
हाँ।
क्या करते थे सूरत में?
बेगारी करते थे आप। बेगारी करते थे आप। चल जाएंगे और क्या करेंगे साले।
This sack is all Jitendra has to call his belongings. The last 2 months were very harsh on them. Jitendra tells us he borrowed money from his family to survive.
2 महीना कैसे रहे सूरत में? क्या करते थे?
वो गाँव से मंगवाए 12,000 तो 3,000 खोला के लगा।
तो जो पैसा आपने गांव भेजा कमा के वही पैसा?
नहीं सर, हम 18 तारीख के गए, जुलाई में बंद हुआ, गए और तुरंत सर बंद हो गया। एको दिन ड्यूटी नहीं करे, हम बंद हो गया।
Days of travel have sapped their energies and dried their phone batteries. Their families don't even have the faintest idea of their well-being or their arrival at the village.
क्या लेके जा रहे हैं इसमें? क्या सामान
ये तो बर्तन है सर।
बस।
हाँ बस
सब लेके चल पड़े वहाँ से।
ये सब मिला है रास्ता में। ये रास्ता में मिला। ये सब मिलेगा। एक काका का पानी पिया, पानी पोंछ दिया है और कुछ नहीं। ये कपड़ा लाता है
बस ये इतना सामान लेके चल पड़े।
हाँ बस।
घर वाले इंतजार कर रहे होंगे कि आप बता दिया था घर वालों को आ रहे हो?
घर मोबाइल स्विच ऑफ है। स्विच ऑफ है सर, तो कहाँ का बताए?
घर वालों को पता भी नहीं अभी आप कहाँ हो के साथ?
नहीं पता।
A dose of glucose and a ride in our car was the least we could do for Jitendra. We joined them in their last lap, hoping to see a happy ending to their travels. But what we find is home is still far away for Jitendra. A group of people are guarding the entry to the village. This is not vigilantism, they assure us.
तो आप इनके घर वालों को बुला रहे हैं अब? हाँ, बुलवा रहे हैं। बताइए, अभी जितेंद्र और इनके तमाम सारे लोग आपके गांव में बहुत सारे लोग आ रहे हैं, अब आगे क्या होगा
इनका क्वारंटाइन होगा 14 दिन का, और सारा व्यवस्था, खाना पीना सारा व्यवस्था होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी। वहाँ सिक्योरिटी गार्ड भी हैं, पानी व्यवस्था, सोने व्यवस्था, सारी चीज का व्यवस्था है।
मैं देख रहा हूँ आप लोग डंडा लेकर के खड़े हैं, तो क्या ये पहरा?
नहीं, इसके लिए पहरा नहीं है, बिल्कुल एक्टिव हैं। ये नहीं कह सकते कि जागरूक नहीं है, एक्टिव हैं, लेकिन इसके लिए वो लाठी लेके नहीं खड़ा है।
Though just a few minutes, the wait felt quite long. Finally, Jitendra's family came, and the villagers allowed him to meet them, but from the distance.
मत रोइए, परेशान मत होइए, दरअसल वो दूर से आए हैं ना, तो इसलिए गांव में रखा गया इनको। गांव स्कूल में रहेंगे 15 दिन बाद पहुंच जाएंगे घर पे। खुश तो है ना, कम से कम बेटा आ गया वापस। कहाँ से ढो के लावी थे? नहीं, 15 दिन का साथ दीजिए।
Bihar's quarantine facilities are full. The state government has decided to send returning migrants to isolation at home. But often it means the workers stay outside the village under the sun. Jitendra, to that extent, can consider himself lucky. After the tedious journey he had to undertake, Jitendra says that he will never go back to the city.
आखिरकार अपने गांव तो पहुंच गए, अब आगे क्या?
अब क्या करेंगे सर, हम तो नहीं जाएंगे। अब हम नहीं जाएंगे सर।
अब नहीं जाएंगे शहर?
नहीं, अब नहीं जाएंगे।
डर लग गया?
हाँ, यहाँ मजदूरी कर लेंगे, नीमक पानी पी के रहेंगे, चलेगा सर। हम नहीं जाएंगे। गर्मी से परेशान।
With Ashutosh Mishra in Gaya, Bureau Report, India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.